Hello everyone, it's Mark Chalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today I'm coming right back at you with another spectacular vehicle. I'm sitting behind the wheel of a 1971 Triumph TR6 Convertible that is absolutely gorgeous, fully restored, and ready for the new owner to enjoy. You gotta check this baby out. To start off this video here, this is a non-rehearsed video. I'm sure there's going to be some information that I do forget, so please visit our website at msclassiccars.com for a complete description with a ton of highly detailed photos. If you have or have not been following MS Classic Cars, I only collect number 1 and number 2 condition vehicles. We've been doing that since inception. We are proud to say that we are the only classic car dealership in the country that services everything we sell, and we document that work with an invoice. As an example, in this brand new binder that I have for this car, we invested a total of $9,618.93 preparing this vehicle for its new owner. That is fully documented. We also detail these vehicles to the highest level, starting from the undercarriage and working our way up to the top. So when the new owner gets the vehicle, there's nothing to do except enjoy it. That is something that we've been doing, and again, we're very proud of. Once the vehicle has been sold, I will go ahead and handle all of the paperwork. I will assist with the enclosed transportation, and we will even wrap the car with plastic when it arrives at the new owner's doorstep. So let's talk a little bit about this vehicle here. What I'm going to do is I printed this page off of my website. I am just going to reference the first paragraph. The first paragraph tells a little bit about the history and just some quick details about this vehicle, and then I'll jump into the presentation. This fabulous 1971 Triumph TR6 Convertible was the product of a show quality restoration. It is accompanied with the British Motor Industry Heritage Trust Certificate. I personally ordered that certificate. I'm going to go ahead and show you this now. You can see this in our photo gallery. The people there were really great. They actually got this to me in a relatively quick time frame. But what's nice about this is it just shows all the details from the manufacturer, such as when this vehicle was built, what the numbers are regarding the chassis, the engine, the body, what color it was, some of the options that it had, and so forth. And you can see on here it says it was issued to MS Classic Cars LLC. So this does come with the vehicle, which again is an important piece of documentation. So the Triumph TR6 is a sports car that was built by the Triumph Motor Company in Coventry, England. While production began several months earlier, the TR6 was officially introduced of January as a 1969 model year vehicle. The last TR6 was produced on the 20th of July, 1976. Of the 91,850 TR6 produced, 83,480 were exported to the United States. As the commission number plate indicates, this example was built in October of 1970. It originally had a Sienna Brown exterior and a tan interior. During the restoration, the decision was made to refinish it in its more desirable color combination of Jasmine Yellow with a black interior. So again, this color combination of this car is a very desirable color combination. It is absolutely gorgeous, and the decision was made during the restoration to change the color and also the interior color, which really was a great idea. And again, these are both correct for this year and for a Triumph TR6. The vehicle was acquired by its last owner, who actually was in Massachusetts. The gentleman actually called me to see if I'd be interested in purchasing the vehicle, which I did. That was in late 2020. It went into our warehouse, as all our vehicles do. We have a lot of inventory. We covered it, and we really just didn't get to it until recently. We did finish the service process in August of this month, 2022, and as I said earlier, it's ready for its new owner to enjoy. So that's kind of the story of the TR6, the story of this particular car here. And now what we will do is kind of just talk a little bit about the exterior of the vehicle first. I will say that the exterior of this is in absolutely beautiful condition. The body is really straight. The hood opens up really nice. The doors open up beautifully. They close beautifully. The trunk lid and so forth. Everything was done really nice. And again, it's really straight. The paint, as I just said earlier, it is a factory color paint, Jasmine Yellow. This is a higher quality paint job. I definitely would say that it's show quality. The guys in our detail room did a really beautiful job bringing it to its current condition. Again, it is super. Looking at everything that's on this vehicle, starting from the front windshield, is brand new. The mirrors, which are on both sides, these bullet style chrome mirrors, are brand new. The wipers are brand new. Headlight trim, bumpers, headlights, the emblems, the door handles, rear bumpers, taillights. Everything on the exterior of this Triumph is brand spanking new. It does sit on, I'm going to make sure I get this right here, 15-inch gray steel wheels with the black TR6 center caps, and it does have Cooker Classic 185/15 redline tires. And again, I think the wheels and tires in combination with this color really make it pop. Regarding the soft top also was replaced, brand spanking new. All the mechanisms and everything are in great condition. We do have a few photos of the exterior with the top up that you can see in our gallery, but the top does fit up really nice. Again, you'll see how tight it is in our photo gallery. Most of the time, the top is left down. So if the new owner gets this vehicle and wants to keep the top down, it's no problem. It does get a little wrinkly, but you can put it outside when it's a nice sunny day, leave it out there for, I don't know, half the day or so, and the sun helps it straighten out. So again, we're gonna leave it down for this video, and I'm sure the new owner will probably leave it down as well. But once it's put back up, you can leave it outside to stretch it. Getting into the interior, everything obviously on the exterior was replaced, and I do want to mention that this was not just a quickie as far as the restoration is concerned. This was a complete bare metal rotisserie restoration. When I start to get into more details, you'll see the extent and the money that was invested into this particular car. When we look at this interior, everything was replaced new. So when we start looking at things, I'm talking about the sun visors. These are nice and thick and firm. The rear view mirror, the dash pad is brand new. All of the wood on the dash, that's one of my favorite features of a Triumph TR6, is in beautiful condition. All of the blacksmith's gauges are in really nice condition. They also are in working order. I'm referencing the speedometer, the RPM gauge, the temperature, the oil pressure, the amps, the fuel, all that good stuff. Even the windshield wiper switch works. Even the squirter, it doesn't work great, but it actually does squirt a little bit on the windshield. I just tested that a minute ago before this video and got a little surprised that it actually works. But anyway, it's in beautiful condition. It's got this really nice Molita steering wheel here. The wood just kind of matches a little bit with the dash here, which looks great. All of the knobs Again, for the heating system, the choke and all that, they're all brand spanking new. The radio is in working order. This is more of a modern style radio. It's new, it's got speakers that perform nicely, so it's got good music in it. All the door panels were replaced new. The seats were all reupholstered. All the carpeting is new. Even everything about this interior, including the floor mats, are brand spanking new, and it really shows nice. The cool thing about this particular car here is it really was never finished. And what I mean by that is the guy had just spent so much time and so much money that I bought it from having the restoration done, and it still needed to be kind of finished and sorted out. So when I bought the vehicle from him, we completed everything at MS Classic Cars. We kind of went through it all, finished everything that needed to be done, added some of our own touches, and here we are today. So essentially, this restoration really has no miles on it, maybe 100 miles or something like that. So you're gonna see that everything appears very fresh. When we look at the trunk compartment, again, it has all of that factory standard black housing, if you will, around the trunk. It also has the carpet in the back as well. When you lift that up, you will see in our photos that it has kind of a silver material. That's actually like a Dynamat. That's good for heat installation, road noise, things of that nature. So they did wrap the trunk in that insulation. I believe they did the same thing to the interior as well, from what I remember when I was gathering information about it. And you will notice also back there that it does have a full-size matching spare tire. So again, make sure to check out our photo gallery to see all of that. When we start to look at the engine compartment, this is where it gets really, really spectacular. There's a lot of TR6s out there. We have sold some amazing TR6s over the years. We've actually sold a famous car that was a survivor car that had extremely low mileage, and that car did very, very well on Bring a Trailer. We also, last year, at the New England Auto Auction in Maine, which is where this car is going, it's selling with no reserve. I want to make sure to mention that. We sold a beautiful Triumph there as well. And again, these vehicles have done big numbers, 60, 70,000 and so forth. But this is where it gets really interesting with this car. When you compare it to most cars, a lot of the exterior on a lot of Triumphs are nice. They got nice body, nice paint. You know, somebody did a lot of the trim, and then you look at the interiors and they're nice. But when you look at the engine compartments in most of those cars, that's where they start to fall down as far as the quality. You will clearly see in our pictures how beautiful this engine compartment is in this particular car. Everything was painted, obviously body color. The paint in the engine bay is as nice as the exterior. Every single nut and bolt was replaced. Obviously, this engine is in amazing condition. It's been fully rebuilt. We did a lot of service work to this engine as well. It's the famous 2.5 liter inline 6-cylinder. Again, it's in awesome condition. What I want to do is just reference my notes here just to rattle off some of the details regarding the engine. Obviously, the block is black. It was dressed with the polished valve cover, and it has the dual Zenith strong bottom carburetors. Again, everything such as the coils, the wires, the hoses, alternator. It's got that aluminum radiator, the battery. Everything is brand new. It breathes through stand-part ceramic manifold and stainless exhaust system. That sounds really good. You'll hear that in a minute when I start it up. And the power is sent to the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual transmission, which was also rebuilt. And the rear differential was resealed, painted, and everything else. So it really, really runs good. I've taken this on multiple rides before we restored it, after we restored it, and did everything that we did to it, and it really drives beautiful. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. I will say, I probably have only seen, in all the years I've been looking at Triumph TR6s, maybe I've seen 5 of them that are as nice underneath as what this car is. When you see the undercarriage, it is truly breathtaking. They painted all the floors and everything, body color. The paint on the bottom of the car is as nice as the top. And then, of course, the frame is a high gloss black. That's all done beautifully. All the suspension work is done really nicely. It is definitely mirror quality underneath the car. You got to make sure to check out all those photos. Again, the entire rack and pinion steering was gone through and is very tight. The entire four-wheel independent suspension system was gone through. Again, many of the parts were painted. It is equipped with KYB XLG rear shocks in the back. The braking system was gone through. It does have a power brake booster, which is in the front, the Lucas Maxer cylinder, and it does have front discs with red calipers, and the drums are actually red, which when you see it from the backside, it just looks really nice how they did everything. So I wouldn't say that this Triumph TR6 is 100% factory correct. There is some slight modifications that were made, but again, the person who buys this particular vehicle is looking for a beautiful TR6 that grabs attention, which this clearly does. They want something that was obviously fully restored. They want something that's you know, got a lot of power to it. And this one actually is really powerful. They did some little upgrades and so forth. It shifts nice. And again, take it and enjoy it and have fun with it and everything else. So that's really the conclusion of this particular car. Make sure to check it out. Again, check out all the photos. We also would ask that if you have not signed up for our VIP email blast at MS Classic Cars, please do so. That is the best way to follow us, stay in contact with what we're doing. We also would ask that you follow us on social media. We are on all the social media platforms. So I will say MS Classic Cars is not a large dealership. We're not a dealer who's consigning cars or anything like that. We're a very small company, but we do things at a very high level. Please do your homework on us. Please check it out, and hopefully one day we can do some business. So I appreciate you watching this video. I am going to start it here. Listen how beautiful it runs. This is not a cold start. With these vehicles, when you start them cold, you got to pull the choke and so forth, which I just did before this video. It fired right up. It runs beautiful. I would say I let it run for maybe 2 or 3 minutes before this video, and you'll see how well it's dialed in. The guys in service did a great job. So once again, here we go. Let it fire up. And there it is. It runs absolutely beautiful. Super. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. And remember, this vehicle is selling with no reserve at the upcoming auction in Owl's Head, Maine, New England Auto Auction, August 27th on Saturday. Make sure to register if you're interested in buying it. It's selling with no reserve. Thanks again.